Hey guys, so today's look is going to be a glitter halo smoky eye using purple glitter just for a nice pop on the eyes, and I'm actually going to be using concealer as foundation today. Because I'm so pale, I'm finding that all of my foundations are either turning yellow or turning into an orange Oompa Loompa on my skin because my skin's turning a little bit more oily, so I thought why not try concealer and see how that goes for the day. So starting off the makeup look, we have used Professional Primer by Benefit. My pores have become so large. It's like the Grand Canyon is on my face at the moment. My skin's become so oily, I'm not too sure what's going on. But anyway, just to smooth out the skin and make it more perfected, I've used the primer by Benefit. A little bit more silicone based, I find. Not too sure if it's silicone or what, but anyway, it feels like that, and it's just really good for smoothing out the skin. And then I have primed the eyes using the MAC Chantilly paint pot. Really nice for a neutral to pink tone skin. If you are more golden or more olive, maybe try soft ochre as the base instead. Now, let's head on to my favourite part, the eyes. Okay, so first to start off with, we are going to be using the Jaclyn Hill / Morphe palette. I'm just playing around with it a little bit more, but I'm really loving the colours so far. I did find on my left side eye, that it was a little bit patchy, the matte, and I'm not too sure if it was my eyelid, like my skin, or whether it was the wrong primer or what, but just letting you guys know in case it happens to someone else, it's not out of the norm. And what we have done to start off with is used a really light brown to blend all the way through the crease. So you want to really blow that out and bring it up towards the eyebrows and really out. And then in the crease, so the eye socket part, we've used a slightly darker brown just to give it more depth. But you want it to be really gradual. You don't want to use anything too dark, so just keep in mind using something more medium or lighter tone for the crease colour will really soften out the makeup look. And as you can see, I have taken this gorgeous purple brown, I think it's a purple brown anyway, and I have used that to create a halo eye. So you put that at the very outer V of the eye and the very inner corner, and then we're going to apply the glitter in the center to give it a really big pop. So to start off the glitter, just because I wasn't too sure how it would hold, I have used the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I'm not sure if I'm a massive fan, to be honest. I felt like it definitely made it last longer, but it dried quite thickly on the eyes. So if you guys know any other really good glitter glues, can you please leave a comment down below and let me know so I can try out something else as well. So to add a gorgeous pop to the eyes, we are going to be using this LimeCrime glitter. This is in the colour Virgo, because I'm a Virgo. Woo! If anyone else loves astrology or zodiac signs, let me know down below, because I love talking about if you're like your zodiac sign or if you're the complete opposite, because I have met a lot of people on both sides. But anyway, we're using this glitter because it looks white in the container, but it actually has a really gorgeous purple tint to it. So it's like when you turn in the light, it reflects different colours. It is so stunning. So I've popped that in the centre of the lid on the eye, and then we're going to sprinkle it along the bottom lower lash line, kind of like fairy dust in a way, because who doesn't like that? So what we're going to do is apply this glitter all the way along the bottom lower lash. You don't have to apply it thickly or thinly, do whatever you want. I've kind of done something in the middle, but we are going to add another pop to the glitter just to add a little bit of a different colour through it by using this Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner, and this colour is Distortion. So it's kind of like a pearly glitter, well, a pearly base with pink, green, blue and purple glitters through it, and I thought that would just look really beautiful, kind of meshed all the way through the bottom, so you're not just going to have the purple glitter, you'll have a mixture. And then we'll pop that in the inner corner soon as well. But going on to the eyebrows, we are going to define those bad boys with the MUA brow palette. This is honestly so ridiculously cheap. If you want something super cheap and so good, definitely try it out. It's one of my absolute favorites. And I just use a normal angled brush with it and then spoolie through, like brush through the eyebrows to really soften out the edges. So as you can see, I am just doing what I normally do. I literally do this in every single video. So I have skipped forward so you guys don't have to get bored watching me do my eyebrows like normal. And then we're just going to kind of make it a little bit more clean and crisp using some concealer. And this is the shade Chantilly by NARS. It's one of their creamy radiant concealers, and I'm going to be using this as my foundation today, so I'm going to put that all over the face. It actually wore amazingly over the skin as well. I was really surprised because what I found is when I use it under the eyes, sometimes if I don't hydrate properly, so not using an eye cream and a decent moisturizer, sometimes it can get a little bit cakey or it can turn kind of like thick under the eyes, and I have the most annoying crease under my eyes. I look so old by the end of the day sometimes, but it sat so nicely. I was really happily surprised. And as you can see, I am just using a kind of like a concealer brush, I guess you'd call it, or an eyeshadow brush, whatever you want to use, blending out the edges of that so it's nice and soft. Here we go. We're going to put this concealer all over the skin, and it was the perfect colour all day for my neck. I know my neck looks a little bit red halfway through this video, but generally I am seriously the most pasty ghost you'll probably ever meet. So this tone here, being really neutral and really pale, I found perfect. NARS, if you ever see this, please make this into a foundation, because Siberia and Sheer Glow, it just makes me turn into an actual banana. And I'm just using my Stila sponge, kind of like a beauty blender in a way, but so much more affordable, to blend everything out. So I just dampen it, and as you can see, my one's blue. They are supposed to be purple, but I swear every time you start a new one and then you start washing it, it turns colour. Like the dye comes out of it so quickly. I'm not too sure what Stila's up to with their sponges, but they are amazing other than the colour fading. So anyway, we're going to be setting the makeup. I'm using this Laura Mercier. I'm really bad with pronouncing, so either one, whichever you guys want to call it, just to dust over the face. It's their loose powder and the translucent one, and it's just going to make my makeup last throughout the day. And now we should add some colour back into those pasty cheeks. I always look so weird when my face is really blank, because I have a lot of redness through my cheeks around my nose and chin area, so when I put my foundation or concealer on, I just look blank, literally like a piece of paper or a ghost. So we are going to warm up those cheeks, also a little bit against the hairline as well. I'm not sure if I've really talked about this, but I actually have seborrheic dermatitis on my scalp. So I find that this actually really softens out the edges, because I get it against my hairline, through my scalp, and then also around my ears. So this just really kind of disguises it in my hairline. If anyone would like to see a video on how it actually looks and how bad it can get, or what I do to help it, or kind of just how to help dermatitis in general, let me know, because I can definitely film something like that for you guys too, because sometimes my scalp can be so horrifically bad, and then other times I can maintain it really nicely as well. So anyway, let's get back onto that makeup. We are going to be using this stunning Artist Couture loose highlight. This is honestly one of my favourite highlighters I have ever tried in my whole life. And this is in the shade Coco Bling, so it's kind of like a glittery, pearly white shade. And as you can see, it just makes you pop. But it's not a glitter where it looks too over the top, it's just that perfect in-betweener. My favourite. And onto the lips, we're going to be using Bucky. This is actually my go-to work colour. I use this almost every single day that I'm at work, because it's so easy to chuck on, and it's one of the Stila Stay All Day liquid lips, so it lasts all day, and I'm so lazy, so when I go to work, I don't actually like to touch up my makeup. I'm not one of those people. I'm like, I've put my makeup on this morning, I want it to last, so this lipstick literally lasts all day. And if I feel a little bit dry after a couple of hours, I'll just pop a little bit of a lip balm or lip conditioner on over top, and it looks like you've got a whole new lipstick on. To finish the eye look today, we are going to be putting a little bit of a winged liner on. So I'm using Backtrack by MAC. This is one of their gel liners. I am honestly such a fiend for gel liners. They are my favourite. I'm not a massive fan of liquids. I just don't really like the texture and the applicators of it. But with gels, I find that they dry in the perfect amount of time, but you still have a nice amount to work with. So if you want to change the shape or move it around or anything, it works really nicely. And I thought black would be the perfect colour just to really define that lash line and make it look a little bit more smoky. So I'm just using a really small Sigma brush. It's one of their little angled brushes, and then we're creating that gorgeous wing. Lash time! Okay, so my lashes actually worked today. I was so happy! Usually my eyes are such a pain in the butt and they hate glue and they hate eyelashes and they don't stick. But today it actually worked. I was so stoked. But anyway, we're using these Morphe Lashes. As I said in my last video, when I saw them in the packaging, I wasn't actually that impressed. I thought they looked quite cheap. But when you put them on the eyes, they are honestly so beautiful. They're just like a bit of a booster for your natural lash. So a little bit more thickness, a bit more length, and they're very wispy, so very easy to wear. I'm not too sure what I was just doing then. I may have tried to poke myself in the eye. On accident though. And now we're adding the final oomph to the eyes. I love this glitter on the eyes, it's so beautiful. I really want to film more glittery eye looks for you guys. Setting the face now with this Urban Decay facial spray. We are done. I'm so in love with this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it because I had so much fun filming it. Make sure you keep an eye out for my new videos, but otherwise have a great rest of your day and I'll see you next time. Bye!